Hello, Tea Treats, and welcome to episode 8 of Nightcap with Sweet Tea. Guys, this is the finale. I will be taking a break for a couple of months, and then I will be returning for season 2. So, we got a good one for you tonight. We're going to have an open discussion with some guys. So, we have some females asking guys questions that all females want to know. And so we have two guys that's going to be joining us. And I'm so excited because this may get really raunchy. So hold on to your seats and let the fun begin. So I do have with me tonight my bestie, Marissa.
Hello, everybody.
And we have a few other people that's going to be joining us. So I'm going to see who is already here. Hi, Chad.
Dorsey. Is he related to Keno Dorsey?
I don't think so. Can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Okay. How are you?
How's everybody?
Hey, Chad.
Everybody, this is Chad. We did an introduction, but this is Marissa. You know Marissa. That's
What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
And Paco.
What's up, bro?
Hello.
So, guys, I'm so excited. So, Paco has he has a podcast as well. So he's very familiar with this. So he's on a hot seat tonight, though.
Uh-oh. All
Well, all right.
Yeah, so guys, this is my finale. I'll be taking a break for a couple of months. So we're going to make this real juicy tonight.
Mm.
Real juicy, literally.
Lord Jesus. We've been sipping.
We've been drinking.
Oh, okay.
We
I didn't know I
okay.
needed my
We
special.
pre-gamed it.
No, sis, we're going to make it juicy.
Yeah.
I'm going out with a red cup bang.
I'm not prepared.
Going out with a red cup. I ain't even going to get my cute little cup. Going out gangster style with the red cup.
So listen, we're going to start off mild and then we're going to work it on up, you know, the foreplay. So, and Chad, my Aunt Crystal brought up a very good question a few weeks ago on my page. And I'm going to let her take it from there.
So as Terry had put on her page, you know, what would you guys like to discuss? Kind of made a little open forum. So I saw her post and I suggested to her that she do a discussion with the inconsistencies of fatherhood. Like the non-presence, the whole from the Rudy to the Tootie, the non-child support, the non-support physically, emotionally, mentally, financially. And she felt that that would be a good topic. So here we go.
Cool.
So what do you have to ask them specifically about fatherhood? So I understand Paco is a dad that gets his kids. I definitely know Chad gets his kids very often.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off easy. Define a good father to me? Not only and always. Define a good. I'm sorry. I kind of have two questions. One, define a good father to me, and two, what's the difference between a father and a dad from your perspective?
Chad, you want to go first or you want me to go? Is he there?
I'll go first.
Okay,
go first.
yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So anybody can be a father, you know what I mean? But to be a dad, you know, I feel like you got to be a provider. You have to be a protector. You got to be there consistently. You got to be a factor in their life. You know what I mean? It's so often, you know, you see that's not, you know, happening, and it's sad to see. But I can't fathom that. I can't fathom the thought of living that life because I'm the one who's always there for his kids. So that life, I just know from the outside looking in because I can't fathom that thought.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Shit ain't always been sweet for me, you know, with me and my kids. And
How old are your kids? That's what we should have asked.
My daughter's 14 and my son is 11.
Okay.
I haven't seen my son in a year. And my daughter, I mean, she with me all the time. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have the same mom. The relationship with my son's mom is very very disruptive. It's a lot of pride there, it's a lot of ego. One conversation will probably fix our issues, but like she refused to have a conversation with me. And it's just a rocky relationship. And no excuses. I haven't been back to court on her. And that's just something I need to figure out like very soon. We still communicate. And but like I said, I have a beautiful relationship with my daughter, but not so much with my son. I don't see him. I haven't seen him in over a year. And the last time I seen him, he was supposed to be with me for a week. And it was through the pandemic. And something I had said to her she didn't like. So she came and snatched him and made a big scene in front of my house. So that's that.
Does she have other kids or is that her only child?
Her only son. And she treated him like her boyfriend. It's very weird. Y'all can laugh.
It's not when it comes to kids, there's no laughing matter.
No, for sure.
Especially for me.
It's very weird, man.
I
can't
take
really
that
explain.
I'm so sensitive to fatherhood. And that is such a big requirement when I'm dating. If you're not in your kid's life, that is a hard pill for me to swallow. That's kind of a hard red flag, hard stop for me, because I am a single mom who's had to do it for so long by herself. I have a 27, almost 28-year-old daughter whom I had to raise by myself. Granted, I always had the help of family and friends, but she had an absent father. Unfortunately, because of a situation he got himself into, he went to jail. And then I have a soon-to-be 16-year-old son. That age for me, or this age for me, is so intricate because now he fully understands. He's fully aware. He's going through puberty. He needs that father figure to bounce off of, and not just his uncles or his friends or me as his mom, because I can only teach him but so much. Teach him how to be a gentleman. I can teach him how to be respectful, but can I really teach him how to be a man? I can't, because I'm not a man.
No, for sure.
Hormones are changing, girls getting into the picture. So it's tough. So this is an age for me that's tough. Very tough.
Is he into sports or
He is very much into sports. He's been playing sports since he was 5 years old. He currently plays AAU basketball.
Okay, does he look at like some of the coaches as like a father figure? Like that to give that support that you said you can give? Does he look to them for that?
My son is a Scorpio, true Scorpio. So for him, he's not going to open up until he feels a certain level of comfort, period, with anybody. It can be even family. But yes, he has looked at coaches before as a father figure.
I feel like for Black boys and men, for whatever reason, that's just kind of like in them way. They just automatically have this wall up, and it's hard to pierce it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to get too far off topic. I'm not certain if Paco, did you answer the difference with a father and dad?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing a good job or not, you know. Look, at the end of the day, all I can do is try. You know what I mean? I know, I'm there for them no matter what. Like I work for myself, so I haven't stopped paying child support or nothing like that. Ain't nobody banging on my door for money. Like I'm still doing my part on that end, but like far as my son, I know I need to put forth more of an effort to fight for him because I know how important the relationship. And I love my son. I miss my son, and it's a shame that the kids got to be wrapped in in the middle of grown folks beef, you know?
Mhm. So what's stopping you? You said it's been a year. Like what's the procrastination for you?
Mm.
Because there are resources and there are court systems that will help you fight if you're not getting a fair bid as a father, especially if you're doing your due diligence financially. But the most important part, because your son is what you said, 14,
No, he
it's
11.
11, that physical
Mhm.
is so much more important than any amount of money
Mhm.
you can give me. That
No, for
physical
sure.
aspect is extremely important. So what's making you procrastinate? You said it's been a year. I know you have struggles with the mom, but what's really making you procrastinate from moving forward? Because a year is a long time.
Okay, let's give him a chance to answer.
Um, like I said, I just haven't went, you know. I'm not gonna sit up here and make up any reason. I just haven't went. And
So I'll tell you
that's
from
that.
experience, Paco. I have a
Mm-hmm.
20-year-old son, and in the beginning, for the first 9 years of his life, his father was in and out of his life. And then we got married when he was 12 when we got married. And so but he was kind of like in the house since he was 9. We had another kid, but my son is 22 and he's never had a true relationship with his dad, and it affects him. He verbalizes it a lot of times, and I'm so glad that he verbalizes it and speak on it and talk about it, because a lot of times as black men, I'm not a black man, but black men suppress that, and they deal with it in different ways. So I'm just saying that to say, you know, do all you can to make sure you're impacting your son's life.
No, for sure. And I agree with you. And let me just say this, like from the beginning, like it wasn't like even like with her, she had like some type of other like childhood issues that she was going with, like dealing with. Like far as like she's a middle child. So she had like that little middle child syndrome. And I mean, like it's bad. And for the simple fact that when she got pregnant and then she got like her family, because she felt like she didn't have any like she had our son like almost like a guilt trip to her family, pretty much. She changed her number and we was emailing each other back and forth, you know, and it was even to the point where, listen, this is what I don't understand. What right, like what person wouldn't want their the father or the mother to be in the child's life? I was raised by both my parents. They was married 40 years before my dad passed away. Like I always had my mom, always had my dad.
A selfish person, a person that only
But
thinks about self.
Yeah,
so
or
what?
a person that still want you and just don't or want to have some
But
type of soul ties.
every time he get close to me, she snatch him away. You know, every time. You know what I mean? Like man, don't let me have a girlfriend. Oh my gosh. Like it's just like he's 11. So it's just like, man,
A
why
selfish
can't
person.
people
A
why
selfish
can't people
person.
why can't people let things go? Like, and I'm like, 11 years, you still got a problem with somebody? Go see somebody.
The simple answer is a selfish person. When people, and I deal with this with my ex-husband. He's the priority of himself. Nobody comes before him, not even his kids, and it's always been that way. I don't think he sees it that way, and he will argue that, but his behavior and his actions definitely shows that.
I have that same issue. That's so unfortunate.
And so that's the simple answer to it.
And not saying that you are in that particular situation where you're feeling like we might be, and that you are the one that's being that way, but I'm kind of interested in knowing what are kind of piggybacking off of this topic. What are some of the things that you look back at your own childhood, and as far as you were in a fortunate circumstance where you had both parents. You had your father that was in your life, whereas a lot of children don't. But looking at what your father and his presence, what are some characteristics that you gentlemen believe is a good, put as a character trait of a good father? What is something that you think is needed by children in order for them to feel like their dad was in their life in various aspects? That's what I'm interested in knowing.
Okay, Chad, you want to go first?
The kid knowing that their father was there, you know, during the tough times, during the good times. That father was in his life to give good advice. Like a kid, I feel like a kid will remember all that. You know what I mean? And those are significant factors in laying down the foundation. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you can establish that relationship with your kid, it can make an impact that'll last forever. That's what I. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree. Before my son, you know, started coming up here when he was younger, like, cause he lives in Youngstown, Ohio. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. So we're about an hour and a half away from each other. And even like with the drive, like, yo, I used to go down there and hit it. You know what I mean? So I didn't never make excuses for me to go down there and pick up my son and pick him up. So it's like it's like a 6-hour drive. It's an hour and a half both ways. And I go down there on Friday, pick him up on Friday and bring him back on Sunday. So I even that, I never made any excuses for that, you know? And I think, like I said, it's just like, man, like, it shouldn't be this hard to do the right thing. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's almost like a culture shock. I didn't raise, you know, my parents even cussing at each other, you know what I mean? Or fighting in front of the kids. So, you know, but to answer y'all question, you know, my dad showed us all everything, like how to drive, how to pay bills on, like how to catch the bus. You know, I told us how not to depend on nobody. You know, my dad was solid, man. You know, it was over 2,000 people at my father's funeral. You know, that's the type of father I had.
That's
you know?
Impact.
That is.
Yeah, so
That's a wow. Like, whew.
yeah, so my dad was definitely a great person. You know,
That's
you know,
awesome.
So I would love to stay here. However, I have other things in mind. I don't like this foreplay. This foreplay was too serious.
yeah.
I have to take a little drink on that one because that thing had me like, whoo, Lord.
So it's
Hey,
time to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah,
We need to open up
listen,
the button on a shirt or something.
Can I tell y'all I appreciate y'all. Like, I literally like damn near about to be in tears, you know what I mean? And I really appreciate y'all being honest with me. Like, y'all don't know me, and but it's definitely some things I need to address with getting my relationship back established with my child, you know.
Yeah.
And we believe
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah.
We believe you
And
will.
sometimes with that type of thing, it can be stressful and just
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah, I want to hear Chad. You got anything you want to say to me?
I just want to say, apply yourself. Apply yourself. Where are you with the mom? So say, like, for instance, where you located actually?
I'm in Cleveland, Ohio.
Where you at?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. Okay. So say to the mom, say, I want to take them to Six Flags. Or would she give you the green light to do that?
No.
Or she wouldn't give you the green light to do that?
No. No.
That's tough. That's tough. I mean, because when I wall, that's tough. And that's a sign of bitterness. What it sounds like.
And then,
is she in a relationship? May I ask, is she in a relationship?
Man, she got a good dude. And me and him relationship is, you know, when me and him started getting tight, I was dealing with him. Like, hey man, I ain't got to deal with her. Like me and him, her boyfriend is a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he a good dude. Like he would like even on his birthday, like, yo, he picked up my son and me and him was on the phone talking just to get away from his mother. You know what I mean? So, but me and him can't even be cool because of what happened last year. She broke it off with him because me and him got a good relationship.
Wow.
And
How
he
long were
was
you
like,
guys
yo,
together
we
before
like
getting pregnant?
2 years.
Was it a good relationship or was it toxic
It was
throughout the
a it was
relationship?
it was a long distance relationship. But we was best of friends. I'm telling you, we were friends until she got pregnant. And it was just real weird, like how like her family just kind of moved like to having her back. You know, it's like real weird. And then she's like, well, I don't need him no more. I'm changing my number.
I'm wondering if she
Have you had a DNA test?
I'm wondering if she has some unexpected expectations of you.
Unrealistic, you mean?
Almost wondering like,
Expectations, if unspoken expectations of
yeah,
if
that's weird.
Like I said, one conversation can fix our issues because I don't have a problem with her. You know, my problem is just I like almost gave up. Like it shouldn't be this hard.
So I'm confused. So she acts like that, but she gets mad if you said if you talk to another female.
Or like no, like if my son come home and you know dad got a girlfriend. He only met one of my girlfriends, by the way. You know what I mean? I've had that many. I don't bring just random people around my children. You know what I mean? So he met one girlfriend, and she made one comment. He's like, she said, oh, you got a little family now. Like, what that got to do with you? Like, you know,
So
move on with your.
is she bothered by the fact that another woman is around the kid, or that you're seeing another woman?
I couldn't answer that. I don't know what she would be bothered by.
So it sounds to me like you guys need to have some conversation and so you can get some context around what her particular issue is. To me, that's the root right there. Is the basis is you need to have dialogue with this woman in order to know why she has an issue with you dealing with your child. Because you don't have a clear understanding as to what the issue is.
I never have. I never had that clarity from the time that she got pregnant.
She's got to be willing to be transparent and honest, though.
How old is she? May I ask how old is she?
She's 36.
Old enough.
Yeah,
enough.
Still kind of young.
And let me add this low key. This is not taking a dig, but are you sure that's your child? Like, have y'all had DNA?
I did not do the DNA. I did not do the DNA test.
And I'm only asking because I have a situation of somebody I know, the girl shot away and kind of got weird and come to find out that was never his child.
It's a good question.
So she didn't want that bond to formulate because she was guilty of what she knew she was doing wrong.
Especially
by that guy.
Distance relationship.
Especially in a long distance relationship.
Right. I mean, but I questioned that. And then when I questioned that, it was like, you don't say that to a pregnant woman. That's why she acting crazy. And I was like, well, if somebody changed their number and don't want to deal with the supposed father, wouldn't that throw up red flags to anybody?
It should.
Yeah.
So maybe that's your next step, Paco. Maybe you need to find out for certain before you put up this fight.
Yeah. You can go to, you can actually go to child support. And you can say, I'm currently paying for this child, but I want to get a DNA.
My son is on my medical insurance. It's very weird. Like, yo, she'll call me when it got something to do with the doctor. Man, it's a trip, yo. Like, y'all can change the subject. it's deeper than just like, yo, like I ain't seen my kid. Like, you know, she's so ornery. She had my son walking around without medical insurance. I said, you know, he ain't got insurance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is you that ignorant that you don't have it? like, and won't even say anything about it. Like, it's just, she got some deeper issues that I don't think she's ready to deal with those.
Well,
Until she's ready to deal with them, the relationship gonna stay the same, you know?
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry that you're going through that. I definitely will keep you lifted in prayer and pray that God open up some type of avenue or door to give you the assistance and the guidance that you need rightfully, because you have rights too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
No, for sure.
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. So we have questions for the gentleman that probably every woman wants to know.
Gentlemen on the hot seat. Y'all ready?
Did you want to ask your question first, or should I?
It doesn't matter.
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
I have a few questions.
Well,
So let me see.
we can bounce.
Let's see. Try to lighten it up a little bit more. All right. So I would like to know, and I think a lot of women would like to know, and I'll have both of you guys answer this question. And I'll start with Paco. Tell us what a romantic date would be like, would consist of with you. What's a romantic date for you?
First it has to be planned, you know. Like throughout my years, like I realized, you know, women like spontaneous, but like nowadays, like they got 80 different things that they have to do. So they definitely like to be prepared for a night out or a night on a town. So first of all, it has to be planned for her, and you know, probably some wine or some Tito's, you know.
Okay,
You'll be
I'm
involved.
good with the Tito's.
And I like a nice steakhouse, so like a Morton's or a Hyde Park or something like that. So, you know, it would definitely start off there, you know. It depends on what type of status relationship we have, probably some flowers or something like that. So I haven't done this in a while, but it'll definitely start off like that.
What about you, Chad?
It would start off as first me coming to pick her up. It ain't no us meeting somewhere. I'm coming to pick her up.
Is that
flowers,
for proximity purposes though?
Opening the door. Come again?
Is that for proximity?
Come again?
Is that for proximity? You having to pick her up, is that for proximity?
No. It doesn't, the proximity don't matter. If you're trying to have a romantic date, like proximity shouldn't matter. Proximity shouldn't matter. So
Chad, are you
flowers,
opening up her car door? Are you opening up her car door?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I was
yeah.
No, I heard you say it, but I had something else. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm opening the car door. We're going out to a nice restaurant, preferably on the water somewhere. Have a nice, you know, dinner conversation. After the, preferably on the water, because I would like to, after the dinner, like walk and have some more good conversation. Then after that, maybe go dance somewhere or go bowling or something. And after that, back to the crib.
Or your proximity. Your proximity.
Back to the crib. Proximity don't matter. Proximity don't matter. But yeah. So hopefully this female, this woman will be carefree that night, so she can stay the night, you know, so I could get my full romance on and not be restricted.
What number date is this?
Right, that's what I was going to ask.
What number date is this?
Shit, number one.
Oh, I don't know. Y'all didn't say what date.
Wait,
She said number one.
I have the perfect segue to that. I have the perfect segue to that. If this is day one, if this is day number one, so us women want to know.
We didn't say that.
Huh?
Okay.
So if this is date number one,
I'm saying
right?
nobody okay, date number one. So we okay. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
Don't backtrack, because I got a segue. So date number one, you do the romance, you do the water,
Okay.
back home, right? Y'all got the little drinks
If it's date
going.
number one, I would say if it's date number one, I'm not assuming we're going back home. That was random, y'all. But when you say date number one, I have to back up because I can't assume that we're going to my
Okay, well, let's just say
place.
you do go back to
Date number one.
somebody's place.
What?
Segue to that question is, what do men feel about women
Okay.
sex on the first night? What do y'all really feel about those women?
Be honest. Transparency moment. Be honest.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with knowing what you want. You know what I mean? I wouldn't look down on her if she gave it up on the first night. I look at her I would judge her how she carry herself like on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Just because she gave it up on the first night, I wouldn't look down on her. So I mean, you can hold out. I mean, another thing.
You can wait 3 months and she ain't shit.
Woo! You took the words out of my mouth.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
You took the words out of my mouth.
And that's time you can't get back. You know what I mean?
Because it's like, if you want it and that's what you're hanging around for, you can wait 6 months. When you get it, you're going to leave anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So my piggyback question to this is,
that's the point I was making.
Since we went from the foreplay and ease into the sex, tell me, guys, what are your thoughts and what are you thinking when you're having sex with a female?
I'm big off of reactions.
Me too.
So I'm thriving off the reactions, and I would hope she's doing the same. And it's just a beautiful mix.
What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? What are some thoughts just share some thoughts that you've had during intercourse?
Some thoughts?
Yeah.
This shit dries
I'm
a
thinking
desert.
about
I gotta get out of here.
I was getting ready to say, I be thinking.
I'm in the moment. I'm thinking in the moment.
Oh, this shit wet like a wash machine. Oh my God, I'm about to fall in love.
I want to hear from the fellas.
Okay, thoughts like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to give him some type of bead, Terry. He was getting a little too stuck. He didn't know what to say.
If it's dry with a condom on, she don't wear them all the time. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, come again?
Wait, what?
If it's dry with a condom on, she don't wear a condom. She normally don't have to wear a condom.
Really? I've never heard that.
Me either.
Why? What would make that dynamic change?
What would make that dynamic change? Hold on, you said the condom turns her off so she can't get wet.
Yeah.
Oh.
She doesn't get as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paco, that does not mean that. So I was.
I'm not a doctor. It's just for life experience.
Check this out. I was in a marriage. So obviously we never use condoms. So if I'm not used to using condoms, that may happen. I'm not used to it. And it does not feel the same. And it is definitely different for us. So it doesn't mean, so yes, to your point, somewhat, it means that she's not used to it, but that don't mean she's fucking five different dudes.
I mean, she might not just be turned on. Your foreplay game was probably whack as fuck. And you probably, especially with the condom. With the condom. Okay, listen. No, I'm making a serious point. With the condom, and I'm a condom queen, baby. I got drawer full. So with a condom, here's the thing. You have air pockets, right? You have air pockets. But then you have plastic air pockets. Plastic dries when so much air touches it, right? You switch in positions. You ain't just staying in missionary air. It's getting in, right? If you're not doing anything
to stimulate
the
stimulator,
especially while using a condom, she's gonna go flat because it's like I'm not being turned on.
Right.
To the process. And that's with or without a condom, to be honest. You gotta keep me touch everything, get everything. Nigga, if I'm down there by your arm, I'm kissing the inside of your elbow, okay? I'm doing something with my mouth or something with my hands at all times to make you feel stimulated throughout your body while we fucking. But that's somebody that's seasoned.
What's up, Auntie?
Put a kiss in the back of your kneecap. In the back of my kneecap, she kiss my ankles. I ain't sucking your toes, but I might kiss your ankles.
Which brings me to this wasn't even a question, but I'm gonna let it ride the way it, flow the way it flows. This wasn't even a question. That brings me to y'all be thinking y'all like gotta like bang some walls out to really like think you're doing something. That is not fucking, that's fucking, that's not sex. You know,
it's not making love.
Right. It's a huge difference. Now, from time to time, nights like that is fine. But if that's your go-to and that's your typical way of having sex, yeah, she can go dry or I can go dry real quick.
I know.
Because I don't want to just fuck all the time.
Me personally, I'm probably going to be like, this not working for me. Go ahead. We're going to try this again later. Because I'm not going to let you bang on top of me and do something, treat me like silly or do something to me that's not turning me on. I'm my man, whatever. I'm going to be like, yeah, nah. And you probably going to look at me like I got 8,000 eyes on my face, but I'm going to be like, yeah, nah, this ain't working for me. Either you step your game up, I'm not feeling this. I'm very vocal in what I feel.
That. I'm going to text somebody when we get over here. I'm trying to bang you like silly.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get on me, Harpo, and do your business.
That's real though. I don't know why so many men think that just like
it's the pornography. It's
like
pornography.
It's not like it ain't.
That's little boy shit. Like the older I got, the more I learned that a woman appreciates the stroke.
Appreciate what?
It ain't all about the banging out. Right on my wrong, lady.
Well, your phone is going in and out. If the server wherever you are is going in and out, so we didn't hear you. Can you say it again?
I said the stroke. The stroke. Not banging out. The stroke.
The key is learning the woman's body. It's different.
That is so important. You know why?
But that takes time.
The number one question, but listen, the number one question I hate is when you say to me, did you come? You didn't feel that? You should know how. You should know who. You should know I came.
Right.
You can feel it.
Right.
So that tells me that you're sexually inexperienced if you're asking me, did you make me have an orgasm? First of all, you didn't go off my reaction. That means you're not in tune with me. You're not in tune with my body because you should have felt that. That's a question you should never have to ask a female. If you're connected, now you just straight fucking and she just some jump off, you probably don't give a shit.
Let's hear that. Why don't you agree?
Because you just don't know. You know what I mean? You just don't know. I'm dead serious.
So you don't feel when a woman's insides are
contracting,
and you don't feel when a woman has gotten even more super wet than what she was before?
Or she probably hummed a little bit more, or shook a little bit, something,
or collapsed.
I would just all I can say is
I'm a collapser.
The simple answer would be no, and I wish women would be more vocal when they're about to have an orgasm. That way, everybody, because I'll say when I'm about to go, when I'm about to release.
I do too.
You know what I mean? That way, I think that helps with motivation. With shit, let me get another one out of you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that keep everything flowing in the bedroom. You know, that's how I feel. You know, instead of assuming that he knows me enough, why can't we just communicate what's going on?
I don't think anybody wants to have to say, oh, I'm coming. I just want to do it. I don't want to have to tell you.
Sometimes we can't fucking talk. The shit just be so powerful. We be like,
right.
Dumbass faces.
Right.
We can't vocalize it.
Right.
I mean, shit, sometimes that shit be hitting you like like a shockwave, and you would be like,
Right. So if you feel that way, then you shouldn't be upset about the question then. If it's a shockwave, you shouldn't be mad if I ask, like, oh yeah, did you
but
come?
that should tell
But you
you
should
the
know.
answer, though.
How I know you ain't faking?
You know when a woman
Another
faking.
question: do you know when women fake?
Yeah, do you know when women faking?
Listen,
Man.
ladies, in
Because we
fairness,
can squeeze out kegels and
No.
fake like we have an orgasm.
no, listen.
Kegel on their ass.
Hold-
Kegels,
Oh yeah.
kegels.
In
My favorite
fairness,
type of
in
lady.
fairness, they do not know when we're faking it. The men they do not know when we're faking it. So I know the answer to that. They don't know when we're faking it.
Mm-mm.
I fake
Chad, you know? Do you know when she
Hey.
faking it?
Okay.
Do y'all know when we faking?
Yeah, because I want to see.
Hear me?
I asked to see. I want to see that shit. In the condom. All right, I want to see. Let me see that. I want to see. I'm from a little nasty. I want to see. Let me
Oh, you
see.
say you want to see?
In my mind, I'm like, oh, this is a little
Oh,
thicker
wow.
than the other day. This is a little thinner. Let me, yeah, let me see.
Mm.
All right, fellas. Is there a such thing as good pussy? And what determines good?
But I done faked it a couple times in my day.
Huh?
The experience. The whole experience.
Makes good pussy?
The whole experience.
Makes
yeah.
Good, that determines good pussy?
Yeah. If the whole experience is good, you're gonna say she got good pussy.
So describe a good experience.
Hold on.
Paco.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was waiting for you to come back in. Yeah, describe a good experience.
Well, wait, he didn't say that was his opinion though. What's his opinion on
I'm
good
waiting
pussy?
for Chad to finish. I didn't want to bounce back. I didn't want to go to him until.
What's the question again?
Your service is going in and out really
You
bad.
said describe a good experience.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Describe a good experience.
yes?
A good experience. You can't hear me.
Having technical difficulties, y'all.
Well, a good experience definitely is going to start with the head.
Start with what?
Head, sucking dick.
What if she don't give head?
Head is a
Head is a
That does not determine good pussy.
Yeah.
That doesn't determine good pussy. Come on.
then the experience. No. Listen, let me tell you why. A man is gonna think about the overall experience. If the next chick did it, he gonna say she was better.
I don't
She had
agree with
overall better pussy than.
but this is a man's opinion.
that. Yeah. I don't think that's true though.
I'm just saying. It's
So you
off the experience.
So you're
Experience is-
saying good pussy is, in your opinion, good pussy to you is an all-around experience inclusive of sucking some dick.
Right.
It's the whole thing. Yeah.
What if you
Okay.
highly into her though? What if you into her, you feeling her, you like everything about her? Y'all had sex, maybe she didn't give you head on the first night,
listen.
but what if she never give you head? But you really like her.
It's not a must. It's not a must. But what I'm saying is, you ask me what's a good experience. I'm giving you a good overall experience. But that leading up, that helps lead up to the experience. The head leads up to the experience of experiencing the good pussy. You know what I'm saying?
If she
Head
never
is
give you
gonna-
head, are you gonna give head? If she never give you head, will you give her head? If she never give you head, will you give her head though?
I would give her head. Listen, I would give her head with hopes that she would give it back. If she don't give it back, I'm not going to be just that sucker nigga just always giving head and not knowing I'm not getting it back. No, that's
Sucker
selfish.
nigga? Sucker? So
I said it's selfish.
all right, let me just explain how I am and how I operate. I don't suck anybody's dick. In fact, I can count on one hand how many dicks I have sucked. Okay, so I have to be to a
I'm aware.
I'll have to be to a certain level with that person to get to that point. Like that's not something. Some women think like that's just part of sex. That's not me. I don't think that's just part of sex. Anybody ain't getting these lips around their dick. And I'm not a man, so I can't determine if that makes good pussy. But I've been with guys that I have not touched their dicks with this lip, and I've been told that I've got.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear. When I say that, I'm saying the head is the preparation of the experience. If you give a guy head, it's gonna give him motivation to bang the pussy out, to do his thing in the pussy, which, you know what I'm saying? If it's good pussy, it's gonna be a good experience. I'm just saying the head is the lead up to it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a must. She can still have good pussy and not give you head. But
you didn't
the
tell
experience has to be good. You know what I'm saying?
The question was what determines good pussy? Is it is it the tightness? Is it the way she moves? Is it the smell? Like, aside from head,
I was
no
given a
smell.
scenario.
It ain't supposed to have no smell. No, ma'am.
I didn't say that. I said, is it the smell? Which can obviously is a pleasant smell if it's a smell.
Okay.
Right. Right. It's either a good smell or an odor. If it ain't a good smell, it's an odor, right?
Right.
Well, I want to know.
We don't want that. We don't want that problem.
Paco, what's your opinion of good pussy?
3 a.m. If she could turn over and it's wet.
Wet,
you know.
good pussy.
Huh?
To those, I said wet pussy is good pussy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yo, if it's just wet all the time, like it's just marinating, like
super
while
soaker.
she cooking, yeah. While she cooking, you can just bend her over.
No,
that's good. That's good pussy. You know.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Kind of.
All the time.
So, what happens when you are okay? So, what happens when you're talking to someone? The consistency is there. You talk to this person every day, maybe a couple of times a day. You see this person, y'all sexually intimate, and then this goes on for 2-3 months. Everything consistent, sex consistent, and then all of a sudden you become inconsistent. Your calls are getting less frequent. You haven't probably had sex in 2-3 weeks. You don't, unexplainable, but you still talking to the person regularly. Let me back up. You're talking to the person regularly, but then the sex kind of stops. And then now the phone calls get inconsistent, like the curve starting to happen. What causes that? If everything is like 100, no arguments, y'all vibing like shit, y'all getting along, sex is bomb. What happens in that dynamic to make that shift happen?
Somebody else came into play, and is attracting, is gaining that attention.
Is that easy to get pulled away from something that have your attention, that's on point?
Shouldn't be.
So to piggyback off of that, with your answer, what do you think would make it shift from the person you were dealing with to this new thing that came about?
Is it an ego thing? Like, oh, I'm just want to see if I can still get it or something, or like I got people chasing me, or what is it?
Well, I've been on both sides of the coin.
What is
I've
that?
been spent like I don't think society talk about how women play the same games. You know, I think it's always like male driven, like, yo, he did her this way. You know, nobody actually, you know, if I told you stories about my daughter mom, y'all like, damn, like, who is she? Like, I didn't know she was the type of person. You know what I mean? So, like Chad said, like, people lose interest quick nowadays. You know what I mean? I can go back 20 years and holler at a chick I went to school with. Cause she, you know what I mean? So
I was just gonna ask, with you saying that, what are some characteristics and traits that you men find attractive in a woman? And then off of that, the second part to this question is what are some things that keep you all interested in us women?
That's a good question.
good conversation, sense of humor, being genuine, making time, consistency.
Time is everything.
Yes.
Time is everything.
That's the best thing you give a person.
Is it such thing as being too available though? With that time things, is such thing as being too available for a guy?
Too available?
I mean, I figured like if we're grown and you guys are interested, you should be available though, right? Or is it a such thing as being too available? And when I say that, if you need me to break it down, meaning like every time you call, I answer. Every time you want to see me, I'm available. And it seems like it's you calling the shots though. Never me asking, can we go out? Or never me making the phone calls, or never me initiating sex. All the initiation is coming from him and you're just always available.
Yeah, I mean, oh, go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say I would prefer that go both ways. You know, that would get old. Am I?
Yeah. If the only time you call me is to like, put a fence up in your backyard or help you move some stuff around, like, that can get old. I think boundaries are very very necessary in any relationship.
But I mean, sometimes we want to feel like, sometimes we want to be taken out too. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, we don't have no problem stepping up to the plate, taking y'all out. But sometimes, like, shit, we want to feel, appreciated.
For sure. Cash out my barber, That ain't saying I ain't got it. But my whole thing is that, like, I don't really agree with barber. Like, I should put that on a t-shirt. Yeah.
You should.
I don't believe in statements like happy wife, happy life.
No, that's
a selfish statement to me.
I'm getting away from my question. Is it a turn? Let me rephrase it. Is it a turnoff if a woman that you say you're interested in, or that you're interested in and that you're involved with, is too available?
Is she too clingy? I'm trying to get
no, not clingy. Just like I said, when you call, she answered. If she miss your call, she call you right back. If you say, hey, I'm coming over, you just like, okay, cool. You never like turn down an invite to come over, or you always available for a phone call.
Is this a daily thing, or is it like, all right, he go missing for 2 weeks and you write back, oh yeah, come on.
No, if he consistent, just straight consistent, and you're just always available.
Then it shouldn't be no argument then. It shouldn't be no, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be, that sounds like a beautiful thing. If I call you after I get off of work and say, hey, can I stop by? That means I want to see you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That ain't a bad thing. Now, if he go missing for 2 weeks and you say, oh yeah, the key underneath the mat, nigga, that ain't a good relationship.
Yeah, if I'm truly into you, it's not gonna matter. Like I would hope that you're available. You know what I mean? That's a good thing, like you said.
Okay. So Crystal, were you trying to get an idea of whether or not men like this hunt and this chase type of thing? Was that
kind of like, but I also feel like if you are dating or talking, or you are consistent with that person, I think you should be available. If you're available, you're available, and not play the games like, oh, let me not answer the phone for a couple of hours and make it seem like I was doing something. That's playing games. And if you get over a certain age, them games gotta stop. You know what I mean? If this is somebody I'm talking to, somebody I'm dealing with, somebody that I'm genuinely interested in, especially if we already having sex and we are romantically involved, if I'm available, I'm available. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna play the cat and mouse game like, oh, let me just call him for 24 hours and then I'm gonna hit him back tomorrow. Or he ain't called me for 2 days or 3 days and now this nigga on my line on the 4th day. Oh, what? Homegirl ain't available?
That's just called grown person status.
Right, yeah. Or we stop having sex for 2 or 3 weeks. Well, when you been getting pussy for 2 or 3 weeks? Because you sure ain't touched me. Those are just red flags, I think, the women we definitely think about. So, but yeah, y'all answered my question.
Okay.
I have a funny question. It's a goofy question, guys. What is it like standing up to pee? Like, is it fun?
Uh,
What does it feel like to stand up and pee? Like, do sometimes you feel like just sitting down?
Hell no. I be like, when I walk
Nah,
into one
man.
of them spider pots, I be like, thank God I ain't a female. Them shits be dirty. I don't know how y'all do it.
Right. That part.
So
I
Yeah.
don't know how y'all.
you like the
But,
convenience.
Yeah, I mean the only time is like difficult like in the morning when you extra hard and you gotta kind of you got a Superman over the toilet and hold on to the wall. You know what I'm
But what about when
saying?
you want it first thing in the morning, you haven't released that pee hard enough?
Oh yeah, no, that's the best sex right there. Yeah. You know,
And
I
then go
ain't,
to the
I
what?
ain't
Go to
even
the
pissing.
bathroom afterwards, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
go to
I
the
ain't even
bathroom
piss
afterwards.
yet.
It'd be
Yeah,
the best piss ever.
So I have another question. What are some things that are what are some things that women do or women wear or stuff that women might think you guys think is attractive that you all really hate? Stand it.
man, I got a list of that shit.
I want to
Right.
hear it. I want to hear it because
Yeah,
I might
please
be
share.
agreeing with you on some
Okay,
of it.
here we go. Them long ass lashes.
Oh, hey, bingo,
Oh,
touchdown.
hold on.
Those lamb chop lashes, men don't like that shit.
Mm-mm.
Um,
That's more for women. That's more for each other. You know, like it's certain things like I don't care. Like Cat Williams, I don't care if your nail polish is blue or red. Like I appreciate the time that women put into dialing themselves up. But I look, man, I'd rather you be bald head versus a whole bunch of weave that I got to and it smell like Popeyes. You know what I mean? Like I just.
Like,
Or, yeah.
what kind of women are you dating?
Hey man,
Right.
this I had a I'm experienced, but anyway.
You're seasoned. She's seasoned, lady. She's seasoned.
oh, I got another one for you. A fake ass.
Fake
That's the word.
asses.
Ooh,
That's the word.
yeah,
You don't got one.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I think we're all natural over here.
yeah.
All that.
I
Team
like
match.
I like I like
Team match.
natural hair. I like natural hair. Like I don't care if you got gray and none of that. Like,
Is the red for you? Is the red for you?
yeah, it's the red. No,
That's a red.
now you good. I just I like to be able to pull the hair. You know what I'm saying? Pull it. Yeah, pull it. And you don't need I like natural beauty. Makeup is cool if we going out on a date or something like that, but I need to be able to wake up to you. You know what I mean? So yeah.
What else?
I don't think there's anything wrong with grooming as long as it's not a whole bunch of fake stuff. Because we as women, we like to groom. We want our nails done. Whether they're
No,
like,
for
these are my real
sure.
nails, but I'm still going to take care of them. You know
Like
what I mean?
balance
Yeah.
though. Like a little, like too much of anything is bad, right? So
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Okay, so we got the lashes. The men really don't like lashes. Chad doesn't like fake asses.
Natural hair.
Natural hair. Not
Too
too
much makeup.
thing. Not
Too
too much.
much,
So
yeah.
moderation.
Moderation.
What
Right.
else?
I don't, that's pretty much it for me. I could find beauty in any woman. You know what I mean? No matter what
Well, I
her,
have a good question.
go ahead.
I'm gonna ask this and then you can go on to I'm real big on fragrance. Like I throw my panties at a smelling good man.
Mm-hmm.
Like off comes the thong. Here you go, sir. How do you guys like fragrance with women? Like is perfume a big deal or is it a turn on? Or how do you feel about
It just can't be cheap. Like none of that. Like I don't come in and smell like a kid. Like that stuff that they be wearing, or like the little
a kid?
or the like that. Make sure it's like a grown woman type of like you just spend a couple of dollars on some perfume. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
don't like oil.
So what about Bath and Body Works?
And what about oil?
If
Oils are good for the summertime. They last longer.
Listen, I don't know what the smell is, but
I don't know what the smell is.
but like if you smell like everybody else, like that ain't a good smell for me. Like you have to like have a different your own like
like your own pheromones, like the natural smell.
Like for sure,
right?
like especially
So perfume is not a big deal.
No, it's an icing on the cake. Like perfume is like the
Okay.
icing on the cake. But like she said, like get out the shower, like Bath and Body Works smelling like fresh soap, like that's good too. And like I said, then the perfume will be the icing on the cake.
Okay. What was your question, Auntie?
Define for me the difference between, and this, because you know how some men approach like, oh, you're cute, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. Define to me what's the difference between you looking at a woman thinking that she's cute, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful. Define those differences for me, because I've heard from men before in the past that means something different for all men. If you just think a person is cute, gorgeous, beautiful, define those. What would make a difference in a woman that will make you say one of those three things?
I would. They kind of one and the same for me, but I would put gorgeous at the top. It's not a word used often by me, but if I'm using it, I must really think you like top tier, like gorgeous, like beyond cute in my book.
Like I said, I'm a photographer, so I look at all angles and faces. So I like that. That's Auntie. That's kind of like a complex question. I don't really answer questions like those. But yeah, if you like,
He's trying to be politically correct right now. He just
it is too late to be politically correct here.
No,
Transparent moment.
We want to know what it is. What do you constitute as beautiful? What do you consider? What are some?
All three of you ladies are gorgeous, as Chad just said.
Well, cute would be like a kid, like you describing a kid, like she's cute, like that's the beautiful women, even a little. I don't know. Gorgeous is women, strictly women. Like you wouldn't call a little girl or gorgeous. Like
For sure, she
I
definitely.
gorgeous.
No, I agree with that.
Gorgeous is like top.
So it's gorgeous, beautiful, and cute in that order. Like cute, beautiful, gorgeous.
All right, Chad. Is it okay if you say your girl, oh man, that outfit cute on you? You know what I'm saying? Is that okay to a grown woman? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could say it's a compliment. It's still a compliment.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's still a compliment. Yeah.
Ladies, do y'all need to be complimented daily?
I don't need that much words of affirmation.
Okay.
That's not my love language. That's not my love language.
For me.
So if a guy, okay.
I mean, if he do it, that's nice as an added bonus, but it's not a requirement.
So if he end every text with beautiful, like good morning, beautiful, good afternoon, like
that's his thing. I'll just be like, oh, that's just his thing.
It means a lot to me. It means
something, but I wouldn't.
It means a lot to me. I don't mind it at all. And it's a reassurance thing for me. So yeah, compliment me long.
Is words of affirmation one of your love languages, sir?
It's not, but it's a feel-good thing. My love language is acts of service. That's my number one, in quality time. But it makes me feel like I stand out. You know what I mean? If I'm getting a good morning queen or good morning beautiful, good morning sexy, I feel like I stand out from the typical from it.
I have a piggyback off of that because I heard somebody say one time on Instagram how beware, and guys, tell me if this is true because I don't know, but I heard somebody say this on Instagram. They said beware of the good morning queen, good morning beautiful text messages because that's a good old copy paste. Boom, 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 boom. Or I get that same blast in the morning and in the evening.
I seen that meme.
No.
What if
everybody don't deserve a good morning?
I almost would prefer you to say good morning, Crystal, or good morning, like by my name.
Make it more personal,
beautiful.
Right?
Yeah, more personal. I would rather you say, hey, Crystal, good morning, or hey, you know what I mean, versus, or some of my friends call me Stony. So I would prefer you to personalize it than keep sending me the hey beautiful, because you probably sent that to 5, 6 other females. I don't know. But when you personalize it, it means, I'm not saying that I don't like the hey beautiful queen. I'm not saying that. But I think when you personalize it and say my name, it resonates with me a little bit more.
Well, what if he got one more than Crystal?
Well, hey, that's true too. That's true
So
too.
what if y'all already fucking? Does it matter?
What do you mean?
So she's saying that he could possibly be saying this to multiple women. But if you're already fucking, does it matter at that point?
Are you asking Crystal?
Yeah.
It depends on how I feel about you. What matters to me, to be honest, in every situation. It depends on where we are in our relationship, fuck shit, situationship, entanglement, jump off. It just depends.
So
Whatever you want to call it.
So I actually agree with Crystal a little.
Everything for me is built around how I feel about you, how we're connected, where our vibe is, where we are within our relationship. It's like fucking. And let me ask you guys this kind of segued into this question that just popped in my mind. Do you think you deserve the same quality of sex from every woman? Because for me, every man don't get the same quality of sex from me. Nope. If you are who you are, you probably getting that bomb shiggity dig wop wop. But if we just got into a little situation, you might get some basic. If you a basic nigga, you probably get some basic pussy. Is a fuck for me, or us, or whatever we have established. But when the feelings start transpiring, or we are dating and we're connected and intertwined, you're gonna get a different level of lovemaking from me. You might get a fuck versus lovemaking.
There's levels to this shit.
There's levels to this shit.
Condoms block feelings.
Oh my God, you wear condoms? I'm gonna feel you wear condoms.
Condoms block feelings.
What's your dresser drawer right now and prove you got some damn condoms?
Don't block your blessings. Don't block your blessings.
Condoms block feelings, and I keep a condom.
I don't think that's true. It didn't block my feelings.
No, I'm serious. They block feelings. As soon as that condom come off, then people start.
I agree with you on that one. They block feelings for me too. It's necessary to wear them, y'all.
Because it's deeper than sex for me. So it's not going to block my feeling, because however I feel about you, I'm going to feel about you.
No. Right. This is a physical feeling, not like the internal. This is like.
Well, I'm such a condom queen, baby. I don't know nothing different outside of my last long-term relationship. So to me, that's just the feeling.
Got you. No, I respect that.
Yeah, that's just the feeling that I've become accustomed to.
I know every time in one of my relationships, the condom came off, that then things started to move in a faster pace,
They got caught up,
expeditiously.
hence my problems I got.
I'm gonna get ready to wrap up because I don't want to hold y'all all evening. Do you guys have any other questions for the guys that women want to know?
The one last thing, let's see if y'all can get this out in a couple seconds or a couple things. What's wifey material?
That's before you answer that, has either one of you been married?
Yeah, I'm divorced.
Okay.
I was married to my daughter mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. How long were you married?
Engaged.
You said how long was I married? You said how long was I married? It's not long enough to mention.
Okay. Have you been?
I've been engaged. I haven't been married.
So what constitutes a wife in your individual opinion?
She's the one I can see myself long term with. She's my best friend. I have gained that loyalty, that trust with her. She's my everything, my rock. That's who I envision my wife being.
What about you, Paco?
You know, I like when at the time I was married, it was hell 12 years ago now. Like it was a long time ago. And so of course I've changed over the years. Like it's all about treatment for me. You know, I know a lot of women feel like, you know, like things are like they don't have to do wifely duties until after they say I do. And I don't really agree with that. Like I think you should know exactly what you getting from a person. You know, so things that I like is like if you expect me to date you and treat you nice and buy you things and take you on trips, like I expect you to, if I'm at home and you stop by, my dishes need to be done. Hey, you know, wash the dishes. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna be a team, be a team. Like don't just be selfish about all your desires. But when it come to me, it's like, well, I don't have a ring, or it's all these rules or stipulations. That's how you're gonna be when we get married.
So
You know, the way I look at it.
Does she have to suck your dick before you get married?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All of it. All of it.
Wait,
So you want her to act like a wife off the break
No,
and not leave nothing for you to desire as your wife?
Take the ego out. I'm not telling you to be a wife. I'm not telling you to act like a wife. I want to see what type of qualities you do have before we get married.
To me,
But do she bring everything to the bedroom and leave nothing to be desired as your wife? Do she have to bring everything to the bedroom and leave nothing to desire once she becomes your wife? Or you need to see all her bedroom activity before you can wife her?
But then that's like you said earlier, then that's playing games with a person. If I gotta hold back and not be myself.
Right. So what are we holding back?
No, it's not, because just like Terry said, she's not sucking everybody's dick. He could be great husband material, you can be great wife material, but you decide that I don't want to cross that line with sucking his dick until he's my husband.
Yeah, but if you don't suck my dick, I don't think you really like me.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Especially if we engage. If we're in the engaged stage and you're not sucking my dick, that's a problem.
Yeah. Like, you know, I'm gonna be like, yo, you ain't gonna suck it when we get married. This ain't no, let me hurry up and marry you so I can get some head.
Hold on. Terry.
What if it's a moral thing for her?
Oh, I have an amazing question.
Go ahead.
Terry said, what if it's a moral thing, y'all?
Yeah, what if it's a moral thing?
Like far as like what, holding back head?
Would you be fucking if it was a moral thing?
What if she believes like that's icing on the cake? Like that's something I want to save for my husband. What if that's
she
wants to save for her husband?
But you know what you're doing by doing that, right? You setting the bar. You set your bar like up here. Like we wait that long, like that head better be
A1 head, right?
For sure.
I got two questions.
I waited all this long for this.
My toes better be curled at work.
What's good head? What's good head? What's defined as good head?
My toes throwing gang signs.
What's defined as good head?
Did y'all hear Auntie?
What's defined as good head?
Sloppy.
Sloppy.
The hand technique is key too.
Yeah, sloppy.
So y'all like spitting?
Oh, yeah, all that.
It's not my favorite thing.
Try to stuff it down your throat.
Yeah, a little dinner salad from earlier, you know, all that.
Oh,
spit on it.
Y'all do men want nice shaved and or waxed pussies just like we want shaved or waxed penises?
Well,
we don't like hair either.
That man puss.
We don't like hair either, and that's how he's stopping you from getting your dick sucked.
Exactly.
I don't mind a little peach fuzz. But
women don't like hair. Your shit got a lot of hair.
No, hold on. Some women say that's masculine in a man that they do like.
Yeah. Hey, look, I didn't use the rat tail comb before in my day. You know, it's going to part at one time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like hair.
The visual of that.
I don't care. Listen, I don't care what no man say.
I'm not saying all your hair has to be gone, but that shit gotta be real low. Real
Groom yourself. Groom.
groom yourself.
Guys, we're in 2021. Cut the shit off. We don't want to see a man puss. We don't want to see
Thank you.
y'all dick and it looks like a fucking pussy. Cut
Thank you.
the shit.
Nope.
It's
No
nothing wrong with
BDB.
being groomed. There's nothing wrong with going to get a pedicure, manicure, because we like y'all to be looking together too. I don't like dirt under nails. That's a fucking turn off for me. Okay, you're a construction guy and you at work, boom, when you clean up and you still got that dirt up under your nails, you got out the shower, nigga, you didn't do right.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Nail bed.
All right, guys.
Together.
We're going to take you off the hot seat. I'm going to wrap this up. So I always wrap up with a game. This game is for you, Chad, and you, Paco, okay? And it's called 5 seconds or less. So the first thing I'm gonna have you guys do 4 things, 5 seconds or less. I'm gonna put my timer on. The first thing you guys are going to do, give us I'm gonna start with you, Chad, your best pickup line, 5 seconds or less. Go.
What's up, gorgeous? How you doing?
All right, Paco.
What's up, gorgeous? How you doing?
She ain't gorgeous, but if she's just cute,
She ain't cute, she gorgeous. Okay. She ain't beautiful.
Hilarious. Hilarious. All right.
All right. Number 2, 5 seconds or less. Paco, this is on you. Demonstrate eating pussy.
Ooh, look at me in the camera.
Go.
Wow.
Lights, lick it like a light switch, up and down. I don't know.
Sit up and down.
Ooh, that's a rabbit.
That's not what we need to more than this. The hell, you look like a bullfrog.
No, the crazy
You
thing
got a
is,
little more than that.
yeah, hold on, hear me out. Chad is on the screen, so when I looked up, I was like, man, come on, man, like this is like, nah.
That was good, Paco. That was good.
I gotta get on screen for that.
Yeah, right.
5 seconds or less. Go.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
His was electric.
That made me scratch my neck a little bit.
All right. Number 3. Chad, you in the car. I don't know how you're going to do this, but number 3 is demonstrate hitting it from the back. Paco, go.
Ah,
Oh,
shit.
wow.
Hitting it from the back. Come on.
Out.
What in the world?
Well, yeah, asked me to do some stuff,
They
right?
smacking that shit and pulling hair like you said I had pulling hair. Where you pulling hair at, Paco?
I ain't messing with y'all, man. Come on, man.
Wow.
All right, Chad, 5 seconds or less. Demonstrate hitting from the back.
Yo, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm in the truck.
Get on your knees.
Hold up.
On your knees. If somebody was there, come on.
You had car sex before. How do you do that shit from the car?
Hey, long strokes.
Oh.
Hey. Winner.
It's the long strokes for me.
Chad. Chad. Chad.
Chad like.
Chad can have that. Chad can have
My neighbor's looking at me like, what the hell you doing?
All
You in the
right.
truck with no shoes on.
I got windows. Oh, no, I got slippers on.
Oh, okay.
All right. The last thing, 5 seconds or less. Chad, you again. Reenact your best orgasm.
All right, Paco.
I'm done playing with y'all, man. Come on, man.
He sounded like he was in pain. Oh goodness, this is hilarious.
That was funny.
You guys did amazing. I enjoyed talking to you guys. So the one last thing we do on this podcast is we have a nightcap. And the nightcap can be anybody of your choosing. It could be someone sexually, it can be someone that inspired you, it can be someone that you look up to, encouraged you, whoever your nightcap is. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to think about it while I tell you who my nightcap is. My nightcap is Ludacris. I don't know if y'all ever heard his record, his album Battle of the Sexes, but
Favorite album.
That joint crank, and I can put that on repeat constantly. But Ludacris is my nightcap. And Auntie, I'm gonna go to you. Who's your nightcap?
I was hoping you didn't come to me because I'm thinking.
You want me to go?
I was just gonna say Ludacris. We played that in Miami.
Yes.
Thinking. I knew you was gonna ask this, and I should have been
Okay.
prepared.
Well, I'm gonna go to Marissa.
My nightcap is Issa Rae.
Oh,
You know, she just recently got married, and I don't even think anybody knew that she was even dating anybody. So my nightcap is her because she was able to develop obviously a great relationship with this gentleman that she is now married to. And I think that one of the best things to do is to keep your relationships as private as possible, so that it keeps everybody out your business. Not only that, she looked gorgeous in her wedding gown. And I just love everything about her. I love her acting skills. I really think that she's a beautiful woman. So Issa Rae, you are my nightcap.
I'll have a threesome with you and Issa Rae.
Fuck that, make it a foursome, because I kind of think she low key. I ain't never been with a girl, but she Issa Rae might get kidded.
Yeah, I was hurt by that. I was hurt by that news.
Yeah.
I think a lot of men probably were.
Yeah. But you know, Ice Cube just said something on a podcast where he was just like, yo, if it's not like abusive, then you keep your mouth shut. Like it shouldn't, your sister shouldn't know, you know, he forgot to pay the cable bill. Like why everybody gotta know that? You know what I'm saying? Like it just keep people out your business.
It's so much less dramatic and
no, for sure. You know,
so it's something that I look to strive to get to at some point in my next, whoever you are, be my sequel.
Who's your nightcap, Paco?
It would probably have to be I don't know, like it had to be somebody that just like motivate me daily to, you know, just to keep pushing. And it's a few people that do that, you know, whether if it's something that they post or whether if it's a close friend of mine, you know. One that I could think of would probably be like somebody like a Gary V. If y'all know who that is, you know. So he's like a motivational speaker and like an entrepreneur. So
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So, and I try to follow stuff like that instead of like a lot of the ratchet stuff. You know, that stuff cool, but stuff to just motivate you and it's positive. Like I don't like a lot of negativity. You know, I got enough stuff I deal with. You know.
Yeah.
So.
You ready, Chad? You have a nightcap?
Yeah, for me it's the brother. His name is Black Wall Street.
Oh yeah, he dope. He's from Chicago.
No, he's actually from New Orleans. He gets me up on my stock. He's big on stocks and everything. He teaches the community the stocks.
Is that the dude that was in jail? He was in jail.
Yeah, he was in jail. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, he dope, brother.
So his whole story is just like real motivating, and at the timing of it that he's coming out teaching everybody is perfect because I'm just getting into stocks and everything. It's been a big, you know what I'm saying, motivator for, you know, thinking long term, setting up long term wealth for your family. You know what I'm saying? Something that we should take hold now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think we've been robbed. We was robbed from that, man. Like, because the kids started, you find out some of these white kids start trading at 13, 14, learning about that stuff, man. So,
and the cool thing about him is what separate him from everybody else is that he breaks it down to in a language that we understand, like people from the streets like us or whatever, that we can understand and relate. It's not no white dude on Wall Street trying to explain it to you, you know what I'm saying, in all kind of crazy terms. He breaks it down so simplified. He even used hood terms, you know what I'm saying, so that fellas, most of his crowd is fellas from the hood that's trying to do right with their money. He's trying to steer them in the right direction. So he's talking to them in their lingo, setting them straight. And Jews giving their testimonies, like they done made out money in Tesla and Apple and Microsoft and all this. It's amazing.
Nice.
So check them out if y'all get a chance.
Yeah. Okay. You ready, Auntie?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do. I had a lot of things popped in my mind, but I want to just do a personal nightcap. So a personal nightcap. My nightcap is I have a friend. His name is Dewan. Lately, for the last couple of months, he has been heavy, extremely motivating, extremely encouraging, extremely supportive, like never judgmental, never hating, just has been my ride or die for the last couple of months. And that has meant the world to me, because a lot of times I get people in my corner that say they're in my corner, but then they become jealous for some crazy reason. Like I can say, "Oh, look at this pair of earrings I got," or "Look at the pair of shoes." He's always like pushing me to be greater. He'll pray with me at the drop of a dime. He'll pray for me. So he's been my rock more than I think he knows.
Mm.
He thinks that I'm his rock, but really, for me, I've gained so much from him lately than he knows, than I've even expressed to him. So I'm thankful that God brought our paths together. We've been friends for so many years, and he's so much younger than me, you guys. He's like young enough to be my child, but he's extremely mature. He's extremely mature, and he has really been a go-to person for me lately. So he's definitely going to be my nightcap.
All right. Shout out to Dewan. Dewan is really cool. I know Dewan personally as well.
Is he
what?
Could it be more than just friends?
No.
It's not. I don't want to put his business out there because I don't know his comfort level, but no, it's not more than just friends.
No, I know what I'm saying is, could it be? I'm asking.
No.
Okay.
And keep in mind, Dewan is 30 years old.
Okay. All right.
No, it can't be. It can't be.
So guys, I just want to
more of a brother than anything. Yeah.
So Paco, you obviously have your own podcast. Tell the viewers where they can follow you.
Okay. Well, you can follow me at all social sites at Black Paco, BLKPACO. And then you can find my podcast, Nuts and Guts. I talk about everything, relationships. I talk about I've had people on there talking about stocks. I do like a weekly or bi-weekly plumbing tip because I'm a plumber. So I talk about like my experiences in the field. I just had my daughter on last week. So, you know, I have a well-balanced podcast. It's called Nuts and Guts, and it's on all podcast platforms. And I've been podcasting like 5 years. So
can you spell that out?
Oh, nuts! Like you said, nuts in N-U-T-S, in the letter in the word and guts G-U-T-S. Podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chad, you have your own business. Where can the viewers follow you? Can you tell us a little bit?
You can check me out on Instagram under Tree Unique, all one word. Check me out on there. I got a page on Etsy.
Do you mind spelling it out just so that people are clear on where to find you?
You can find me on Etsy.com /shop/Tree Unique. You can find me on Instagram under Tree Unique, TreeUnique, all one word. And I got a shop on eBay as well. You can find Tree Unique on eBay as well. You can check me out on that.
Nice. Stony, aka Auntie, you got a line.
So my personal Instagram is oneprincess.stony, one PRINCESS.STONEY. And also my waist bead line is Wasted by Stony, exactly how it's spelled, WAISTEDBYSTONEY.
All right. And then for my single friend, where can they follow you, girl?
I'm on Facebook under my name, Marissa Thomas, and I am on Instagram. My Instagram is Beautiful Dreams. It's BEAU_, I'm sorry, BEA_U_TIFUL _DREAMZ. Beautiful Dreams.
All right. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time. This was so much fun. Fellas, thank you for being transparent and honest. And so, yeah, you guys really did a great job.
We got to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. A part two.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us be a part of your
Yeah,
finale.
it was nice meeting y'all too.
Likewise.
So please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And also you can follow me on IG, Nightcap424. Toodles.